Please help me welcome to the stage, Kerri Furey.
Isn't it nice? That's the first time I didn't totally, just fudge it a little bit on a bio. It's completely true. It's fun to get over here in Theater A. I've been having a ball over on the B side as the MC. And I know, Vince has probably heard it too, that it may seem like a totally unfair advantage to be a slammer competing for the award and also be an MC, because as the MC you get a lot more time to kind of bond with the audience and make them laugh, and I get it, but I'm originally from outside of Boston. I'm a Patriots fan, so I'm going to acknowledge that it is a blatant advantage, but I'm going to accept it as God's will and just keep going with my story. So I think it's awesome that you're here supporting ForKids, because I know that you could be out seeing 50 Shades of Grey tonight. So I thought I would tell you my story of being tied up and terrified, so you don't feel like you missed anything. I'm not going to the movies tonight. So last summer, my sister-in-law and my nephew from Massachusetts came to visit, and it was over spring break. So my husband, who has a job, thank God, because I totally don't. He was working, so my sister-in-law and I took the kids to the aquarium, because you've probably heard they have this whole ropes course and zip lines, and it's a treetop adventure. Awesome. Fun for the whole family, fun for every age. So we get there and we get our tickets, and we get helped into our harness. And as soon as you put this thing on, I mean, you feel like Laura Croft. I feel like I have Betsy's boobs, everything's in the right place. I feel like a brown ponytail just sprung out, I was in the Navy, and I was a disc jockey during peacetime for most of it, but there was one tour where I actually carried a gun for about 5 minutes. And not since then have I felt, so tough, so ready. So you go and you get the class of how to click in and click on and make sure you're not going to die up there. And it feels like it's going too fast, but once you do it a couple times, I mean, it's muscle memory, and we're good to go, and we're having a ball. So my nephew's 14, and he's off on the double diamonds or whatever it is with his mom, who's also pretty tough. And I'm with my kids, and we're doing the little purple dot trails, because you have to master that before you move up. But eventually my son wants to go with his big cousin on a little bit more of an adventurous trail. And he wants to do a trail that has a zip line on it. So the plan is for Austin to go ahead of him. I'm going to be behind him, and if he gets into trouble, we'll be able to help him. So we get up to that first zip line, and Sammy has no trouble deciding he's not going. He's done. We're on a platform that's about as big as your tabletop, and he's not going. My daughter, sometimes you can talk with her, you can talk her into doing something. When my son has made up his mind, that's it. So the problem is, it's not like walking out of a movie or something. You can't turn around and go back the way you came. There's people on all these features, and they're balanced, and they're kind of stuck, and they're waiting for us to move along. But we're not going to, and I know it right away. People on the ground are kind of taking note of what's going on, and I understand, I get it. Clearly something's going on, there's a disturbance, Folks, take a look, most of them keep moving. But then comes the guy who wants to talk about it. Hey, what's the matter? Is he scared? Scared? No, he's sleepy. He just needs a minute, that's all. Just be a minute. And I've been that person. I've interfered with parents and their children before. I've done it. Like at the airport, when you see a mom who's traveling alone with 2 kids in the stroller and all the bags, I will go and, can I carry that for you? Can I hold that for you? Oh, you dropped your sock. Because that's when it's okay. Okay, but now this guy wants to get involved, and he wants to talk directly to my son. Hey, buddy! Hey, there's nothing to be scared of! You can do it! Genius, right? I probably wouldn't have done any of those things. You can do it! I want to see you do it! And I'm going to stand here until you do it! And I want to see you do it! Because I'm sure a double dog dare from somebody who looks like they just came out of Duck Dynasty is exactly what my boy needs to sail across that zip line. More pressure, a little more embarrassment, a little more judgment, right? But you know what? You know what? I could have been wrong, right? It takes a village. Why should I feel outside to deal with my son. I mean, what? Because one time, 9 years ago, I got him to leave my body! You're gonna get him out of this spot. So I've drawn the attention of the staff now, and they're not concerned about the 9-year-old who's having a panic attack up there. They're like, there's a 42-year-old woman up there who's losing it. So somebody in a staff t-shirt says, all right, he's not gonna go. I'm like, no. All right, we'll come get you. We'll come get you. Sounded great. I was expecting maybe a helicopter, a fire truck, but instead we got Ben, who is a very handsome young man. I don't know how he got there, because he had to go past all the other people that were stuck waiting for us. I don't know how he got there. He just kind of showed up. But Ben showed up with a backpack, and I'm thinking, I have an aero bed at home. And when it's deflated, it's small. I'm still holding out hope for an inflatable slide. But instead, Ben just pulls out this huge pulley and a rope, and then informs me that the plan is that he's going to leverage his weight against mine, and he's going to lower me down to the ground, and then he's going to lower my son down. But he's so sure about this, I'm like, well, lay on, buddy. You can put me right in there. Wasn't this funny on the other side? He went first over there. Y'all are drunk. So he tells me to sit down on the platform. Sit down on the platform, and then he said, slide halfway off. Slide halfway off. He's like, keep going, slide halfway off, because he doesn't want any surprises about how much I weigh. He wants to at least know what he's kind of halfway dealing with before we commit to lowering me to the ground. So, sorry about that. So I hang half my hams off there, and I've gone from wearing this harness that made me feel like a total badass to just being aware that it is now defining and kind of separating and really just showing that I have a badass. I'm a bag of apples. But the good news is, my boy on the ground no longer needs to see the exciting conclusion. He's now fine with walking away and not looking anymore, and I was glad to see him go. So Ben says on the count of 3, down we go. And I was hoping to go down like the spider, in Miss Muppet, like, but it was a controlled crash. I was fast and I landed, and I knew that my son was going to be no more interested in coming this way. But I couldn't let him see that. I was like, woo, that was awesome! And now it's your turn, just listen to Ben. So he's hugging the tree. He's got the strength of 1,000 hippies. He's not which means a second person has to come to our rescue. And his name is Mark, and now Mark has to leverage his weight against Ben, who is going to just take my son and make him come down. I mean, there is nothing else we can do. And it's horrifying. It's horrible as a parent. I mean, it felt like I was going to throw up. I had to have that look with Ben to let him know it's not going to be pretty. Just do it. Just do it. So 1, 2, 3, down comes Sam. I'm wondering if he will ever climb the stairs again. Never mind a ropes course. But he takes 2 steps and looks back and says, actually, Mom, that's pretty cool. I'm going to kill you. But at some point in his emotional development, I know it will be very important for Sam to go back and conquer that zip line. And that's a story that my husband Kevin can tell you, because I'm never going back.